What's up, dentists? Welcome to the branding portion of the training. Now, when you think of your brand, you're probably thinking about your logo and your visuals, but your brand is so much more than that. It's the essence of your business, and it might be the most important thing that you can document as a practice to be successful. So what is a brand? Simply put, your brand is defined by a customer's perception of your business. In fact, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos said it better when he says your brand is basically what your customers are saying about you behind your back. In order to run a highly profitable dental practice, you need to formalize the key components of your brand, and you have to get your team to buy in. So there are a ton of different branding exercises you can do, and it can take hours, months, or even years to properly define your brand. And I'm gonna give you some resources and a workbook so that you can do the most you can. But in this video, let's talk about the three most important components of your brand: your vision statement, your mission statement, and your core values. And I actually personally think that your core values might be the single most important document that you guys can set as a practice to have the most success. Once you've established your brand and you and your team embody that brand, you're gonna start to see immense growth in your business. So let's get started with your vision statement. So your vision statement is a set document that outlines your current and your future objectives. It's a guideline for making decisions that are aligned with the declared set of goals. It's a roadmap for where you want to be in the future, and it is inward facing for your employees primarily, but it can also be used outward facing to your customers so that they know where you're trying to get to. And it's gonna help you understand all of the little things you need to do right now in order to get there. Here are some sample vision statements. To be regarded as the #1 dental practice in Canada, known for delivering an over-the-top patient experience. See how that one has that over-the-top patient experience? It's gonna help guide them to make decisions that are really focused on delivering just an absolutely amazing patient experience. Another example might be to provide world-class dentistry with cutting-edge technology in a great space with a great team. Now that one's really interesting because they have a focus on technology. So that business might be really inclined to continue to invest in cutting-edge technology. And you can see how that vision statement is gonna help them act in line with that. So having a well-defined and documented vision statement is extremely important if you want your practice to be as successful as possible. So make sure that you sit down with your team or the people who are kind of higher up in your organization and brainstorm using that workbook and the directions I've given you in this video to come up with an awesome vision statement. Then once you have your vision statement set, make sure you get it printed in your staff room and sometimes even in your office or your waiting room. So your vision statement is gonna tell you where you're trying to get to. What you need to do next is develop your mission statement, which is gonna kind of dictate how you're gonna act today. Your mission is both inward and outward facing, so it's something that both your team will see and your patients will see. Here are a couple examples of a great mission statement. Our mission is to provide our patients with unparalleled dental care in a modern and friendly environment. Here's another example. Our mission is to help our community enrich their lives with a beautiful, healthy smile. We focus on providing our patients with education and options so that they can make the best decisions for their health and well-being. Once you have a great mission statement, it's really important that you broadcast this statement to the world. You need to put it on your website, you need to put it up in your waiting room, you need to remind your staff of it every single day by putting it up in your staff room. You need to tell people this is why you exist, and then you have to act in line with that each and every day. You have your vision statement, which is where you want to get to. You have your mission statement, which is how you're going to act each and every day. But a lot of the times, it's frustrating and it's challenging to get your team to buy into making change. In fact, the #1 frustration dentists have when it comes to running a business is getting their team to change how things are done. Do you remember when you changed your practice management software or went from paper records to electronic records? Well, chances are you got a little bit of kickback from your staff. So how do we get our team to buy into change? The answer is by setting and declaring your core values as a business and making sure that everyone acts in line with those core values each and every day. Core values are beliefs that guides a business's actions, unites its employees, and defines its brand. In my opinion, core values are actually the most important thing you can document, as it's gonna outline exactly how each and every employee has to act. So your core values also have the potential to help you make really tough decisions. Should you buy that expensive piece of equipment? Should you fire that staff for not doing their tasks? Should you add a specific service to your business? Your core values are going to be a set of guidelines that help you navigate through the tough decisions in business, ultimately helping you get closer to achieving your vision. So how do you determine your core values? Well, start by thinking about your vision and mission statement. What are the attributes or what are the qualities amongst your team members that are required to help you get from where you currently are to where you're trying to get to? Get started by writing down a bunch of words or phrases that are required to happen in order for your vision to come true. Think of words like honesty, integrity, positivity, energetic, commitment to growth, words that define who you are as a business, the things you value, and the traits you need to possess in order to get from where you are to where you'd like to be. Write down as many values as you can, categorize them, and then pick 3 or 4 values that you really like. Try to make sure your values don't overlap a lot, so like honesty and integrity would be the same thing, and then write a description for each value. Your core value description should be written in a way where they're generic enough where they can apply to both your team members and your patients. Here are some great core values and their descriptions that a dental practice can use as inspiration. Teamwork. We work together to get the best results. Respect. We understand that everyone is unique and cherish that. Growth. We are committed to constant and never-ending improvement. I want you to pay attention to how those are both applicable to your team and to your patients. So for example, teamwork, we work together to get the best results. That could imply that your team members work really well together to get the best results, but it also implies that the patient is part of the team and that the practice and the patient will work together to get the best results. So do you see how they're written in a way where they apply to both the team and the customers? Think about how impactful these core values can be for your business. Imagine having a document which states that your employees have to have a commitment to growth, a commitment to never-ending improvement. Do you think it'll be a little bit easier to get them to memorize a script or to get them to track specific metrics? Of course it will be. Bottom line is, core values are super important, and I would strongly encourage you to pay a lot of attention to this in the workbook and the corresponding exercises. Now, there are tons of different exercises that you can do, but I really want you to focus on your vision, your mission, and your core values. Go on Google, look up inspiration, spend some time both individually and with a team, and formalize and document those 3 things. Once you've established your brand, the next step is to think about your patient experience, understand what your patient experience is, and then figure out ways in which you can track the key metrics and optimize that experience. At the end of the day, we want our patients to be so happy with the treatment and the experience that they have that they refer their friends, they write reviews, and they organically grow your business. So finish the brand exercises, send them over to me, I'll take a look at them for you, and then move on to the next step, which is patient experience. So that's all for this video, and we'll see you in the next lesson.